is the Atlantis number 14. That's the submarine you guys will be going underwater inside. So that sub's full of passengers right now. We have
originally hoped for, but that's the purpose of the experimental reef project. That way they could know what grows corals the best. They kind of developed the theory that the concrete might be a little too acidic for those corals. But regardless, our fish love to hang out there. It's a nice little hiding spot for them. Nice little fish high-rise, fish condo. Starboard side, we do have a really nice piece of antler coral growing out of one of the pieces of PVC pipe down here. And humpbacks come here every winter to birth their calves, hang out here for a few months, teaching their our next set of artificial reefs here. We call these our Japanese reefs. We call them that because they come from the Asahi Chemical Corporation in Osaka, Japan. So typically these structures would be used there to help grow edible seaweed, like the seaweed that you would get at a sushi place. You won't find any seaweed growing on ours out there though. Our waters are too warm and too salty here in Hawaii to grow any seaweed. The black and white striped fish out there with those long looking ponytails in their head, those are pennant butterfly fish. That ponytail is actually called a pennant. Sometimes you can rarely see one with a double pennant. We're going to see some much bigger ones on this tour. These are kind of juveniles. Those fish can actually get pretty big. They can get up to a couple of 100 pounds. The largest caught on record was caught in Maui at 191 pounds. A lot of times when people first see the bigger ones, they automatically assume it's a shark. Not a shark, just a fish, but it is one of our predator fish down here. They're very territorial. All right, of course, the yellow fish you see out there with the black spot at the base of the tail, those are millet seed butterfly fish. They're endemic here in the Hawaiian waters, so you won't find them anywhere else in the world. Nope, that's the trevally. A lot of people think they're sharks when they first see them. We'll probably see some even bigger ones here shortly. Alrighty guys, welcome to the club, 100 feet. Woohoo! Alright, but another couple cool things we have down here, we have a couple of airplanes. They're Mitsubishi YS-11 planes that we bought from a company called Mid-Pacific Air in the early 1990s. When that company unfortunately went out of business. However, originally we sunk these airplanes down at about 60 feet of water, but then a couple of months later, Hurricane Iniki came through in 1992, a big Category 4 hurricane, actually lifted the planes up off the ocean floor, pushed them through the water, toppled them end over end, pushed them all the way down to this 100-foot mark, and when they finally settled down here, the only thing left of them were the wings. The rest of the airplane was kind of just dispersed throughout the ocean floor. There's several pieces all over our dive site that you can see. Just a couple of sets of wings we have down here for you. The starboard side, you're going to see your wings first, and then shortly port side, you'll have your wings.
Look at the airplane wing.
Goatfish out there kind of feeding down in the sand. They have these long looking whiskers to help them find food in the sand. white-tip reef sharks will hide out under the wings here in the shadowy areas. But again, there's a lot of trevally down here right now. So they're probably not hanging out because those fish are bullies.
The bullies?
Oh, there we got some sunlight. This we put down here in 1989. That big porcupine pufferfish hanging out under the catwalk there. Kind of like the shape of a turkey leg, turkey drumstick. They have the cutest faces ever. They've got these really wide set eyes and this happy little smile. There are all those beautiful pyramid butterfly fish. They've got the white triangles on their sides. And they're the very sensitive species that can only hang out at really healthy reefs. The wheelhouse of the ship right here that we're passing just actually kind of collapsed a little bit the other day. After being down here for 30-some years, saltwater starting to corrode it a bit. Just last year, this piece was broken down into it right here. It's the gun turret. That was actually standing upright until about February or March of 2020. Happened right before our big shutdown for the pandemic. I love this right here off the stern with all the pretty fish. Pennant butterflies, pyramid butterflies, the sergeant majors, and the blue striped snapper. Got a bunch of the pyramid butterfly fish here also.
See you, turtle. Oh, look at him, he's huge. You see it?
Oh, we got a turtle coming back. Port side, turtle swimming down near the back of the sub.
Forward hatch all sealed up. They're working on that aft hatch now.
Requesting permission of Benedite. 5 at 10:27. 10:27 after the hour. Here we go. Da da da.
And there you go at 10:27 Pacific time, 4:27 East Coast time. There they go. Releasing all the air from their ballast tanks, allowing the deck to slip just below the surface. Vertical thrusters in the middle of the submarine are the next thing to be activated. Those vertical thrusters is what pushes the submarine down to the bottom. If they're ballasted correctly, they'll be completely submerged here in the next 30 seconds or so. And that's what you guys look like. Once they've completely submerged, we'll make our way back to the pier.
Oh man. Oh man.